Hello guys, this is Malorian, and this is going to be finally a War Machine battle report. I was spending so much time painting that I just didn't have time for it, but now we are back again, and it's going to be a double feature for Epic Thagrosh. One of my, I love this caster, he's great. Sometimes I feel when I do like the Shredder thing that people don't love it so much, but in this first game, it's going to be Team Badass. I love it, you guys love it, and for those who are new to it, it's Epic Thagrosh, and then basically everything that's big. So not the Archangel, we're talking about before that. So we're talking Proteus, we're talking about Typhon, we're talking about the Carnivean, we're talking about the Scythian, we're talking about the Ravagore. That's 50 points. It's like it was designed to be. My opponent, he's going to be using the neutral caster, the Epic Grim. So this is finally, it's a unit. He's a little bounty hunter. And it's going to be interesting because I'm going to be so outnumbered. So there you have it. It's going to be a fun game, and I hope you like it too. Let's see what happens. All right, so looking at the board here, his stuff's not painted, but at least has all the lines on it. On the far left here, he has his Fen Blades, the UA. He has those Boom Howlers that I hate there in front. Then he's going to have his Epic Grim. He has a Bomber. He doesn't have, Janice or anything like that, but he has the Impaler. He has a Slag Troll. He has a Fell Caller. He has a couple of Whelps as well. Then over here, he's going to have his Scatter Gunners with UA. And yeah, it's just really a bunch of guys. I'm sure there's a few little solos there that I just don't remember what they're called. But yeah, just really a lot of guys he's going to be coming to surround me with. Overall, on my side, yeah, I got Team Badass. So love this army. It's more of a thing where it's so many heavies that people can sometimes have a hard time dealing with them all. I really have to try and keep alive the Carnivean as long as I can to hand out that spiky growth. But yeah, just a fun army to play with. So this is how the board looks here. And the game we're playing is the one where there's the two flags in the center, and then each person has an objective. You can control or dominate the flags in the center for 1 or 2 points respectively, and then you can also destroy the objective on the other side for another point. So for the most part, I don't think scenario won't really come into effect until the very end. Really, we already kind of played this game once before when he was Calandra, and it was a real grind fest, and I only really pulled it off because Calandra got a little bit greedy and didn't know about the 360 on Typhon. So this one here, I'm really going to try and keep it fairly safe, kill as much as I can, but really those Boom Howlers are probably going to be a pain in my side. And sorry, I meant burrowers, not boom howlers. So he gets first turn, and he's just, look at this. All of a sudden, he's here across the board. He has Apparition up on the Fen Blades. He's going to be letting that drop later. But for the most part, yeah, he's just moving up the board here to scare me and really take control of the board. Because this is a thing, right? If I now don't dedicate enough, he can move up, cover again that much amount of the board, and then I'm going to be in a hard point to try and contest those flags. So I have to be really playing careful here. I'm going to be aggressive and not too aggressive at the same time. So I go up with shooting from the Ravagore. I'm able to kill like 2 Scatter Gunners, which is all right. And then I think 1 of the Burrowers. But really I'm going to spot there a Typhon where wherever those Fen Blades move up, I can spray. I'm trying to set up myself where, Proteus, he's one of my weakest guys, right? So if I lose him, no big deal. He's going to be my lead guy. Plus, if he's not careful, I can do a drag and maybe set up an assassination or a takeout using the Scythian as like a finisher type thing. So that's the idea. I might be giving up some control points on the left side, but overall, I should be able to fight back. So his turn, the Burrowers go in. He's moving up, up to the flags. He didn't want to get too much in my face, except for those three fell blades or fen blades that get run in my face, just to kind of give me some activation issues. But really, that's just going to be up to Typhon to take care of, so that won't be too bad. At first, I thought I was going to be having this easy because, well, he puts up Snipe on the Bomber. The Bomber does some respectable damage to Proteus, and then he was kind of pretty far up there with Grim. Then he put down some traps, and then after that, he reformed to go back to where he is. So, whereas I thought maybe I could do an assassination by dragging him in and all this, from back there, that's off the table. But I should be able to kill the Bomber. That'll put me into a much more solid position. And then, really, I should be able to kill off a good number of the Scattergunners this turn, and with my feet, kill even more. So this is what it looks like after everything was done. Basically, the Typhon went and sprayed to kill all three of the fen blades are in my way there. I was able to, go up and drag over the Bomber, finish it off with the Scythian, just like we talked about. Moved up, shot with the Ravagore. Didn't really do anything there, just kind of scattered or killed like one guy or something. And then with the feet, went up and killed even more. So also looking at this, it is a very good position. I don't think I'm close enough to contest the flag on the left, but definitely he's going to do a lot to get to the flag on the right. And, I know the Burrowers are there, but, I should be able to survive that. I'm sitting on one transfer, and it shouldn't be all that bad. However, I really underestimate the power of these Burrowers. Really what happens here is that he pops his feet with Grim, so already they get sniped, they get +2 to their hit rolls. Then he's able to stick Calamity onto Thagrosh. That's something I didn't think was going to happen. So all of a sudden now where these guys are +4 to hit, yeah, they're all hitting, they're all plinking away, and Thagrosh goes down. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I pop a Shredder and I say, hey, I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm just basically wishing this wouldn't have happened, because if it wasn't for this, I was in a pretty interesting situation here. But again, we talked about what I could have done to stop it. Maybe I could have went back and kill boxed myself, because, hey, give up a few control points, stay alive. But in the end, if I did that, I wouldn't be there for Manifest Destiny and for the feat and all that stuff. So really, my opponent actually gave me some suggestions of what I should have done. And what he says the best way to stop these Burrowers is with guys with reach. And if you remember, right there I had my Proteus and my Scythian. So if I would have moved back with my feet move into, the back part of the 5 inches that these guys can deploy in, that would have really reduced the amount of damage they could have done. But, hey, I didn't do that, but if nothing else, I learned for next time. And, yeah, I don't know why there's another picture of this here, too. I think I'm just kind of showing where everything was, where, yeah, he had gone after the Carnivian, tried to kill him, but did not happen. And there's Grim, just, the bounty hunter. He did it again, I guess. So there you have it, a loss to start off this whole double feature, but there's another one here again. This will be another 50-point game, and the big thing I'm going to love about this game is, sure, I love Team Badass, but I also love the idea of the Archangel. And man, that kit was a pain to put together with all the flashing and big rods of resin. But hey, I got it together and I couldn't wait to try it out. Now, I was looking at the different combos with like P-Thags and stuff like that, Babylonia. But really, I thought, hey, why don't I try it with Epic Thagrosh? And I'll do kind of like a Shredder spam and a whole like Archangel thing, so that the Shredder spam can go in there, clear things out, and then basically I have the Carnivian and an Archangel, so he's going to be armor 22, and doing that, it's like, okay, well now can you take everything out? Can you actually have enough power to take out the Archangel? And if not, okay, Carnivian, kill that thing that can. Okay, now can you kill the Archangel? So that's kind of like the idea there. We'll see if it works. I'm now going to be up against Crix, and if anything can kill high armor, it's Crix with all their weapon masters and debuffs and stuff like that. Plus, it's Denegra, so she's like the queen of debuffing. So it's going to be interesting, but hey, it's going to be a good game too. All right, so looking at his list here, he's Cricks. He has tons of guys here. So he has some scrap thralls on the left, one of those wraiths. He has the one of the bone chickens. He has a Scarlock, a whole bunch of these Bane Knights. He's going to be having over here the Winter Shadow Combine, I think they're called. So they're nice and scary. Then he's going to be having this, geez, it's another like Nightmare Jack, another Bone Chicken, Mechanothrall, Stitch Thralls, another one of those, little Wraith guys, also Gorman. And then over here, here's the rest of the package, just really the rest of the Mechanothralls. And then a few of the Scrap Thralls thrown in too. For my side, it's a pretty simple list. There's my Archangel, which I love to see all put together there, the Carnivian, then 10 Shredders, and 1 Harrier. Very simple list, 50 points. For the mission here, pretty simple too. We got the 2 zones either side. If you control, you get 1 point. If you dominate, you get 2. First one to 5 wins. So really looking at this here, I knew that him having all those guys and all his feet, I really had to worry about him getting board control. So I'm taking first turn. I'm going to run up there, and I'm going to try and hope that, see, it really depends how he handles his infantry. What I'd love to do is hold off to a point where he comes at me and gets in range. I'm able to attack and then feet, so then 1 turn I'm doing 2 hits as opposed to 1 really far alpha strike. But that's going to be hard to do, especially because when is he going to do his feat? Because once he does his, I can't charge, I can't run, my speed is less, my attack is less, all this stuff. So it really is going to be a balancing act and having to see what happens. But for the most part, the Banes will be my biggest priority to kill all those guys out. Once I do that, hopefully my Carnivian can kill Nightmare, and then my Archangel will be able just to dominate and do whatever it wants. So I get first turn, and I made a mistake already here. I put up the Dragon's Blood onto the Archangel, so so his armor can get as high as possible. And then for some stupid reason, I charged up rather than running up. I don't know why I did it, but I did. On his turn, mainly just moving up. Really nothing else to really worry about. One of the things I saw here is from his wraiths, I was really worried about Death Chill. But because of the way I work, I don't really care too much if I have to forego my movement, because with my action being shooting, I can stand there shooting anyway. So really, it'll be nice to kill them. I'll let them move up, Death Chill me. They don't kill them off. On my turn, I'll just be shooting. And really, my biggest worry is going to be Gorman as opposed to the pistol wraiths. So on my turn, I'm really decided, I had to decide here, is this going to be my feet turn or am I going to wait? Now, if I went up there, I'd probably be able to kill a front row, but as you look there, the front row isn't the Bane Knights. And so even though I could kill maybe a few, it wouldn't be enough. So instead, I'm taking defensive positions. I went up and I did some shooting with the Archangel. And I kind of holding that zone. And then otherwise, I'm giving up the right zone. He might score a point. That's life. But after that, I'm going to come back and hit hard. The Carnivian also went up to go and shoot and kill 1 guy, but he's pretty safe there. And the nice thing with my shooting I was going to save is that I want to shoot his Bone Chicken. It scattered and then smoked the Scar Witch or whatever it's called, the Scarlock. So that's amazing. Really good lucky with the scatter there. Second hit then went on to the actual Bone Chicken, and I cranked the damage. However, I didn't manage to actually knock out anything except for the head. So that was unfortunate, but hey, whatever. Scarlock's dead. On his turn here, he comes over and he death chills my Archangel, and like I said, it really isn't that bad. It's annoying, but I can just shoot instead. Over here, though, this was more surprising. He popped his feet. He came over here, shot me with the pistol wraith, so that I was death chilled as well. Tartarus did his curse on me, and then because the curse was on me, he got some extra range. And once that happened, he got his guys on me and was able to kill me with 1 box to spare. So losing the Carnivian was a big blow. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of recover now. So otherwise, his movement looks like this. Now, he has death chilled or what was it, crippling grasped the Archangel, and that's bad because even though I said I can stand there and shoot, well, if I'm not strafing, it's really crappy shooting for a 20-point model. Now his feet's going to cover everything except for the Harrier, basically the colored shredders. It actually worked out pretty well and pretty easy to remember. Now he scored on the right side, but the biggest thing that I love is the fact that he moved up with his Bane Knights. He probably really didn't need to do this. He could have gone and jammed me with something else. But now, will be a good time to kill off all the Bane Knights, or almost all of them. Hopefully I can get Tartarus as well. I can kill off the Pistol Wraiths. And because 3 of those Shredders on the right there are not in the feet, they can actually, get the Rabid, charge in, feed again, and then I might be able to kill off all the Mechanothralls too. So that's really what I do. I go up, I kill one of the knights with Thagrosh, pop my feet, pop Manifest Destiny, and really then I just go to town. So this is going to show everything before the feat. So really, I'm just going up. I had to kill one of the stupid little scrap thralls that he put up in my face, and it blew up or whatever. And I was able to kill a Pistol Wraith, kill all those knights in front of me, and really, yeah, now I'm just set up with a bunch of shredders and can go after Tartarus as well. So then after the feat, I kill all the Mechanothralls on the right, and even though it took a lot of work, I was also able to kill Tartarus, and that was huge, because he's obviously one that, a hard-hitting guy, and he can kill a lot of my guys with his Thresher attack. And as well, I also killed one of the last Scrap Thrall over here. So all of a sudden, with all these Bane Knights gone, with Tartarus done, like he has like 2 Bane Knights now, all of a sudden the Archangel is in a lot better spot. Having Crippling Grasp on me really sucks, but yeah, this is a really good situation. And this is just kind of showing this side of the board here too, where I was able to kill the Pistol Wraith and all of the Mechanothralls. So that was just really good feat turn. I'm not scoring, of course, in this zone yet, but now with all these Shredders here, unless he dedicates something major, they're going to clean up and start scoring some points. Although, of course, next turn, of course, I have 30 Fury down, so there'll be some Fury issues. So on his turn, this is something I really didn't see. He puts 3 focus onto Nightmare, and all of a sudden he starts talking about how he's going to go through the building. And I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't realize he had Ghostly. So he can't charge me because he can't see me, and that really was the killing factor here, because he had to use 1 for Ghostly, 1 for trampling, and then he got to buy 1 attack. And he even rolled pretty garbage for his attack roll too, well, his damage roll. So I transfer that to the Archangel, and now this is good because I can kill this guy and get that threat away. So my Carnivian was basically a throwaway, but now here I can return the favor and kill his Nightmare. So overall, his turn looks like this. He doesn't really do too much on the right side, on the right zone, just spreading out and making it hard. The 1 Scrap Thrall's coming up at Thagrosh's rear. He stuck on Parasite onto Thagrosh, so that's an issue. But otherwise, he did his best to try and kill some of my Shredders. There's only so much he could do. He really was having a hard time trying to kill my Harrier. My Harrier is in something I've never seen before, where I have 1 box left in each branch. So really lucky. Denegra missed me there with her attack. And yeah, I mean, all of a sudden I'm looking at this and I'm in a pretty good spot. So on this turn I have, of course, all my Fury issues, but after all that's said and done, I am able to kill some of the stuff there on the right. Not enough to score, but now it's really in a spot where I will be okay. After buying almost all of my attacks, I'm able to destroy the Nightmare. And at this point, I'm kind of wondering if that was his ploy. If he wanted me to do this so that I have to basically use my whole stack, and now I can try for the assassination. But I have tenacity on myself, and I have 1 transfer. So given what he has, I'm feeling pretty safe because the Archangel destroyed 1 of the Arc Nodes. The other one's tied up with a Shredder. I have guys in his face all over the place, so his options are pretty limited. So in his turn, of course, nothing really happens on the right. Over here, he kills a couple of shredders. He tries to do a little bit of damage. He kills the Harrier, but at this point, all he can really do is try and kill the stuff I'm jamming him with all these little tiny guys. And really, now I can just go to town. So go to town is the definition for book it the hell out of there. So on the left side, I go and I kill one of those. Man, what's this called? I don't know. One of the it's like the Black Frost Shard guys for Cricks. And otherwise, I kill off the Lost of the Banes. I destroy the other Arc Node. Thagrosh just basically does some healing and then runs all the way over here to the other zone. These Shredders then kill everything else. So after this, I dominate on the right zone. I control the left zone. All of a sudden, it's 3-1, and he's gonna have to, pull a miracle to do something now. So what that miracle is something I didn't realize he could do, is with this little like Necrotech guy here, he comes over here to use the Wreck marker to actually make some of these, is it Mechanothralls or Scrap Thralls, whatever it is, to go and attack Thagrosh. And I was like, oh my god, this can actually do it, but he fails his test, and so it doesn't happen. So there you go, a win for Epic Thagrosh and for, hey, the Archangel, right? And you know what? I really like the Archangel in this list. I know a lot of people say, hey, the Archangel is garbage, and if you're going to take it, you better go and take it with either, Thagrosh or Blissomnia, whatever her name is. But really, I thought this worked out pretty well. So it really is based around the whole Thagrosh Shredder spam. Then there's really just an Archangel kicker. But really, one of the things it seems to me, and I'm not really, don't take my word as Bible or anything like that, because this is my first time playing with it, but it seems to me when I watch the battle reports and I theory hammer it, the whole thing here with the Archangel is that, guys get to it, they get to jam it, there's only so much it can do, but really with the Shredder spam, it's removing all the stuff that they can use to jam the Archangel with, and then with everything being bogged down then with the Shredders, the Carnivian and the Archangel can then move in to hit out those high, strong targets. Now, it was kind of difficult here because I lost the Carnivian, and then all of a sudden with the Crippling Grasp, there's only so much the Archangel can do, but still, it was in a situation here where the Archangel said, you know what, you're not going to take this zone. I can go and lock this down, slowly kill stuff, and had it been some other heavy or something, they could have actually maybe come in here and killed those, but because it was so strong, what could they do? They know that if they try their best, they will do actually basically nothing, because the nice thing with a Gargantuan compared to a Colossal is that with a Colossal, you can go and smash it, destroy systems. With a Gargantuan, if you don't kill it, you basically did nothing. If you took out a branch, I heal it up, and it's pretty much good to go. So I actually really like this. I really feel that maybe I should paint this up and take it to a tournament. It's not very, very much more. Just 4 Shredders in the Archangel. But yeah, it was lots of fun. Bet you I'm going to use it again later. And hope you like watching it. Bye.